Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of FSEconomy with me, Mirror37. So on this flight, I decided to leave the US again and go over flying a little bit more over in Europe. And in this episode, we've got EBBR, which is Brussels, Belgium, over to EDDK, which is Cologne, Germany. I do have scenery for Brussels, so we're going to use that. I believe that's Mega Airport Brussels. From Aerosoft, obviously, Mega Airport. And there is one for EDDK. I believe it's also from Aerosoft or Cologne, but it's an old one, so I decided, the heck with that. It's from like 2008, so that's just like 2 years into FSX, and some of those old ones just aren't even worth it at all. So I decided to go ahead and skip on that. And of course, we use openLC Europe from Orbx. Alright, so it's only about 101 nautical miles, so it's a pretty short flight. We're going to fly in the Cessna 404 Titan. I really do like that plane. I put a little bit more fuel in it. This one I actually only had 2% when I got to it, but this should be enough because it's only 101 nautical miles, and it's got a little, it's got more than an hour's worth, so we should be close. I almost feel like putting just a little bit more in since we're not really paying for it. Speedbird shuttle, how much? Its current fuel is 50 gallons. I'm going to just put a little bit more. Not much. That took it up, what, 8%? So I just want to make sure that we don't have any problem whatsoever, because we got taxiing and stuff to do as well. Alright, so let's look at the weather. I believe it actually had, I shouldn't say it actually had, because I checked the parking space. I was going to say 7 left. I believe we're going to take off probably on 24 right, though. Actually, I guess it's 25 right, sorry. Heading 246, I think we're starting up over here, so we'll taxi on down a little bit and take off into the wind. Heading 246, and then over here at Cologne. I don't know, I guess we're going to try and use this 14 right instead of 14 left. That's obviously for more commercial traffic. We could probably land on 14 right, no problem. That's a heading of 137 degrees, and won't do any pattern work or anything on that. Since it's such a big airport, I guess you would have to like cut across that runway, so I don't know. I'm just going to go ahead and we'll come straight over here and land on 14 right. We could do 14 left. It doesn't really matter. I just figured 14 right since it's small, but we'll probably go maybe 14 left. I don't know. We'll decide when we get there, I guess, which one we should land on. If that's going to close. And we got 9 people, which is all that this plane can handle. 1,698 pounds. Total only pays $68.94. Although maybe I shouldn't say $68.94. It's only 100 miles. But yeah, with all that, let's go ahead and move on over to the plane. Alright, everybody, here we are at the plane. This is my favorite livery on here. Which apparently that's like an actual company, I believe someone said. And still no world. I haven't tried to reinstall WorldAI, honestly. I kind of like that without it, you know, we get some of these smaller planes and stuff around. Somebody's on the move here. As you can see, it's not a bad airport. I can't remember exactly the year that this came out. It's not bad. It's kind of like typical Aerosoft. Like some nice stuff, but it's kind of, I don't know. It's not like as highly detailed as some of the stuff. Let's go over here to FSEconomy. Go ahead and start this thing. Payload is correct. It seems to work really well with this plane. Ignore that. Alright, full screened. Where is... It sounds like really close, but I can't see anybody. I have no idea who that other plane is. Alright, let's go to the before ending checklist. We'll say that the pre-flight is complete. I'm going to remove this yoke real quick, just in case. So we can see better. Cabin doors and crew doors don't worry too much about that. Control locks are removed. Seatbelts, yeah. Fuel selectors, main tanks. Got that one. We'll get this left one real quick. I can't remember if I have a view for that or not. Main tanks for both. Landing gear switch is down. Mixtures, propellers, and throttles. It says set, So I'll leave that at high RPM and idle cutoff for the mixture. All switches and circuit breakers set. We'll say that they're all currently set and pushed in. Now it says battery and alternators are actually come on. Let's go over here. So a battery, and it does say both alternators on, which I think is kind of weird. There was something last time I wouldn't have noticed. Yeah, I think it's this switch because we kind of messed up on looking at that one time. Alright, let's say battery and alternators are on. Landing gear position indicator lights green, all three green. Annunciator panel pressed to reset. There we go. Lights is required. So I'm going to just go ahead and turn on, where's our beacon? Anti-collision. I can't remember if that's the real one we want or not. If we look outside, like let's see that anti-collision, that's like the strobe though. So I'll turn that off and just put on the nav. I'm not sure if the red and green come on, which is the nav or not. I guess this one doesn't actually have a beacon. You can see our lights. Alright, so no beacon, just turn on the nav. That'll work. Alright, now we go over to the starting of the engines. For props, we'll say clear, magneto switches on, engine start, auxiliary fuel pumps low, engine instruments check. This is kind of weird to me. I don't really totally like that. Alright, we'll start up the left engine first. So the prop is clear. Go ahead and throw on the mags for the left. Auxiliary fuel pumps, it says low, which is, I'm going to go ahead and flip that on. And we need to give this a little bit of fuel here. This one won't start. Go ahead with the left engine. Move that up. Let her settle. Yeah, the procedures don't really seem to be that great for this plane. Like the newer ones. This is from Alabeo, by the way. Go ahead and turn that fuel pump off. So we'll go ahead and proper clear for the right. Mags. Let me give her a little bit of fuel here. Fuel pump on. There comes the right engine. Let her settle real quick. That sounds good. Fuel pump coming off. And if we look at the instruments, we should have oil pressure, everything looks good from here. Check in real quick. Make sure everything is good. You can see oil pressure and everything. Actually has it kind of low, below the green. Or if we bring up the, yeah, bring up the engines and everything. Looks good now. Alright, so everything looks good there. Because it does say engine instruments set. I want to go ahead and set the heading for takeoff. It'll be 246. Doesn't feel like I'm going the right way. Alright, 246 there, that's 25 right. Alright, so let's get the avionics on here. Actually be easier if I can get over there. And let's go ahead, stall heat, pitot heat, avionics bus. Let me hit anti-ice for the prop. I'm gonna go ahead and set this thing up to like 7,500. There we go. See if I can get the messages off from here. There they go. Off. And put that in standby. Alright, everything looks good there. Let's go ahead and put that in standby for the transponder as well. And I guess we're ready to go ahead and taxi. By the way, there's, I want to switch it from nav to GPS. I'll get that in a second. Actually, it won't let me click it. There we go. Now it's the GPS. Can't remember which is the taxi light. There we go. Taxi light. All right. Parking brake is off. Check left and right. I guess we'll taxi over to the left. I think that's where we need to go to the left to get to the runway. Yeah, definitely better than stock steering, but I don't know. It's kind of, yeah. Like I say, it's not like highly detailed or anything. Some of the other buildings look a little better. I've got everything maxed out, 24.5, 29, 30. Not too bad on the performance. We're in a little parking area over here. I was checking that out before. I'm glad I did because there's actually a little elevation problem, which is obviously easy to fix. Now, I'm not sure exactly where to taxi from here to get to the runway. The runway is straight ahead, but we might have to taxi over like towards the runway to the end and then taxi back to the right, or I might get lost. Maybe we should have just taxied to the right when we left the parking area. I don't know. I know we can taxi straight down here and it'll take us out to the runway. So that might be the best bet. Otherwise I'm going to get lost or just in some weird area we can't get out of. Finally, back on another day off. I want to do some flying at FSEconomy. I like to fly in FSEconomy because it's a group thing. Tucker's been flying his ass off, and it's like I really want to help, but sometimes it's hard with work, and then getting home after work just dead tired, and I'm not always in the mood to fly. So definitely on my days off, I definitely want to jump in and get at least 1 or 2 flights in FSEconomy. And then worry about the others later, Air Hauler 2 and FS Passenger and everything. But I hate for one person to do all the work, and Tucker's been flying like crazy and making the group so much money, which is awesome. Thank you, Tucker. And then on my days off, I can finally contribute some more. We've got to be getting really close, I would think. It's been about almost a week since I think I've flown an FSEconomy. I know we were doing really good on money, and like I say, Tucker keeps flying, so I gotta imagine we're really close to being able to get another plane. Maybe a few more flights, I don't know. We'll check the financials after this flight. See, this is the end of the runway, and I'm thinking that there's this is the taxiway before the runway. Alright, because I believe that's a taxiway, and then the runway is over there. Let me check one thing. Yeah, sweet. This is the taxiway. So I really didn't want to taxi on the runway. I don't really think I've ever flown in Brussels before. Or in Belgium, I should say. I don't know much about Belgium. Other, it seems like it's really small. Oh, so they are in this direction. Good. Seeing that guy take off. I noticed a little flickering down here, although that could be because I've got everything so maxed out. Although we were getting, well, it's 22, 18, 19. You can see the flickering there. A little bit of stutter going on. Can't say I'm too surprised. Although now she feels a little better. Plus, when you get more planes and stuff, that's one, I guess, beneficial thing of World of AI. There's less planes, which really does help with the frame rate. Hell, we could use Brussels as one for like an FSX flight. I haven't had an FSX flight out forever, although I was editing one last night, because I've had one done for probably a couple months. I just failed to get it edited. It's down to Ibiza. What is it? Dublin to Ibiza? Ryanair. And I need to do more landing videos. I wanted to do landing videos with every airport that I have, every add-on airport. I should have been working on that more, because with P3D4 and X-Plane 11, it's like if I do all of my scenery, all the airports is still going to be like it take me years. Another guy taking off. Kind of, I don't know exactly where we should get on the runway. I don't know if we'll have enough room if we go right here. I think we'll go one more down, and that should really ensure that we've got enough runway. See, like that terminal building from here looks a lot better than the other buildings. More realistic, with the curvature and all that. Not that the other ones, they don't look bad, but it's kind of like they're not. It's not that doesn't blow you away, does it? It looks cool. Don't get me wrong, but it's kind of blocks. I don't know. Although I'm not sure if it's from Aerosoft. I don't think that necessarily means Aerosoft made it. They have people that make stuff for them as well. There's a line of jets down there. So we'll take this little. Well, shoot. Yeah, this does go to the runway. Actually, I was thinking it didn't there for a second. Hopefully this will give us enough room. Now that I'm down here, I'm like, man, should we go one more? Because I can see the next one. Like, it does look cool with the logos and stuff, those buildings. It just doesn't blow you away. Like I say, definitely better than stock. Definitely better than stock. I'm going to go ahead and stop right here and put my parking brake on. Gotta do our run up. I like this. Before takeoff, it says engine run up complete. Although I guess it does actually give us here. Nice rotation, buddy. Alright, throttles. We're gonna go to 1500 RPM. Bring them up. See where it settles here. Oh, nice. The indentation takes it. Well, now all of a sudden it's going up more. And I didn't move it at all. Like it settled at 1500 and then all of a sudden went way up. Alright, 1500 right there. Left and right hydraulic flow lights off. I think that would be good. Alternators, check. Landing lights, if we flip off the battery, you can see the load there. It looks okay. And as you can see here, that's the left alternator. I don't know if this checks both or not. That's the battery. Voltage. So I guess we can say the alternators are checked. I'm not totally sure how we need to do that. Oh, vacuum gauge. I do believe we noticed this last time. The vacuum gauge is clear to the right. Oh, see, I've already forgotten where our suction gauge is. Damn it. Right there it is. That looks to be in the green, so that's good. Magnetos. Bring myself back over here. It's kind of a long run up. We gotta check the mags. Let's look over here at the RPM. Looks good for the right engine. Check the left. Alright, that looks good. Check a prop RPM here, or not RPM, feather. Looks good for the left. Good for the right. Engine instruments, everything looks good there. We can bring the throttles back to 900 RPM. Where will she stop? Alright, so we got our fuel quantity. As you can see, we're pretty low. Actually, that is per hour, not listed per hour. By the way, I can't even remember what that gauge is. Oh, oxygen. Alright. Alright, so fuel looks okay. Fuel selectors are in the main tanks, we know that. Emergency crossfeed shut off, normal push down. I'm not totally sure, to be quite honest, where that is. I don't think we found that last time either. Unless that's it right there. That must be it. It's all the way down. Alright, flaps. Check takeoff and approach position. I'm going to bring them all the way down to landing. It says, under some high altitude and or hot day conditions, it can be advantageous to position wing flaps up for takeoff. I'm not going to put them up. I'll put them for one notch for takeoff. Lights as required. By the way, we should take these off since we're not on the runway yet. I was just using that for the check. Annunciator panel is all clear. Once the fuel pump's on, ice protection is required. Check the flight controls. Everything looks good there. Rudder pedals looks good. Seat belt and the shoulder harness secured. That will be good. All right. Just check everything here. Transponder coming on. Landing lights on, anti-collision, or strobes on. Alright, that guy is... This is perfect timing. That guy has already got his lights on. Let's go ahead and get the heck on out of here. Hurry up, that hill. We won't even know if they're getting up right here, up in the air, so... There's no chance of them actually hitting us. I say we should have enough runway. I think we came down here far enough. Alright, that is maximum power. Pushing forward on the stick. There's our 80 knots. Let's go ahead and rotate. Positive rate. Gear coming up. Hard to hear it. We'll go ahead and bring back the power. Everything looks good. I'm going to go ahead and retract the flaps. Trying to check the procedures here. Basically, it just says things like climb power is set and everything like that. I'm going to bring the power back, trim it down some. Our manifold pressure back in the green. Bring this back. I want to definitely check out the scenery. I'm seeing all that green and everything. It looks beautiful. Let's go ahead and turn on the autopilot. Follow the heading here. Alright, let's check outside. Look at all those freaking buildings. That looks awesome. I believe that to be more openLC. Let's check the airport over there. Man, that looks beautiful. Railroads and stuff don't look that great in openLC or Vector, actually. It really looks good though, doesn't it? I love those buildings and stuff. With openLC, I mean, the layout looks pretty daggone realistic. Not too much out to the other side. I'll just keep her here. I guess if you know anything about Brussels, you would know whether or not that looks accurate. I obviously don't. It's a really cool building right there. And that looks pretty. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and bring the power down a little bit more. I think we can go ahead and turn the pumps off here. And I know we have prop sync out because I found that out last time. Prop sync, we'll go ahead and turn that on. I can't even remember what this is. Oxygen, that's right. We need to turn. We're actually going the other way. Let's go ahead and start leaning this out. Put it at 90 for now. Tag on it. There we go. There's 90. Turn back around. Look at that view. I don't know if that's like a government building or what. There's the airport. Looks a little out of place, but still looks really good. Like I said, everything's maxed out. Head back more towards the east. Bring back the power just a little bit more. I hate doing that with the props. Put them right there at 90. They're still in the yellow. Like I said, I feel like I'm sitting a little too low in this. I think I said that last episode. Do a little flyby of the airport here. A little more out to the left. Intercept that. Coming up on 5,300 feet. I'm going to go ahead and bring that down to like 75. I almost broke out the yoke and rudder pedals today. I really want to use them. I wish I had a better setup with another desk. Just taking them up and setting them down takes a little while. It's a little bit not really all that convenient. But being able to, use all this stuff with the throttle quadrant and everything, really nice. Coming up on 6,000, 5,900 right there. Like I said, I'm going to go up to 7,500. Close there. I was hoping we could get a better look there, but we're a little close for that altitude. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to nav here. Intercept that line, 1,000 feet to go. Take this down to around 50. There we go. Everything looks good there. Alright. We're coming up on 500 feet to go. By the way, oh, it was the second one. Nice. A place to grab this so I can move it. There we go. Daggone. Alright, bringing down the power and Trimming her down. Head to altitude hold in just a second. Might have done a little too much there. Come on. I did do it a little too much. Hold at 7,500. Altitude hold right there. And we can go ahead and bring the power down a little bit. I'm not sure what I've got her set at. 90? I'm looking at the wrong thing. 58% on the power there. I hate doing this. Set it at 80. I'd like to bring it down smooth and each side at the same time. Like I say, I don't have things to do it necessarily. Not quite even past the arc. 149 knots. So we're actually still in the yellow, even with the prop RPM at 80%. Desired track 089. And we're about 97 miles out. Alright, so 7,500. It won't be too long until I start descending, probably around at least within 30 nautical miles or so of the airport. Since it's only 7,500, we didn't go real high this flight. Could have gone higher. Could still probably bring this down a little bit. 42. 42. Go ahead and flip that on. EGT is still not all that high. I believe that's on. All the way up, I believe, is test. No? On, and then the very top is log. So it's on. Alright, not too far to go. So I'm going to go ahead and speed on up, everybody. And I'll be right back. Alright, everybody, slowing her down to normal speed here. We're 14 out. We need to get down quicker. I was taking her down to about 1,300. Which will put us about 1,000 above. I just didn't realize we weren't descending all that quickly. We're still at 4,500, so we got 3,000 to go. There's the warning. 13 miles out. We'll go ahead and take that small runway, 14 right. See, we need to come out a little more to the left here. And I guess that's going to be it right there. So let's get out just a little bit more. We don't need to take the full approach. Obviously, we're not. That's the ILS over there. We're to the right of that. Hit 4,000 feet right there. Hopefully, we'll have a little better visibility. I get down a little bit lower. $11 miles out there. Instead, I've got her set to 1,300. I can't see anything yet. There's that daggone line I get sometimes. There, we're getting some visibility. I'm going to set the mixtures full rich there. And I'm going to go, I hate doing this, but it swings her back and forth. I know I should do it smoothly with both at the same time, but I don't know how you can actually do that. Set up like this. 9 miles out. The heading is 137 degrees. I actually don't see her out there. Maybe over here. We got some probably pappy lights. 1,000 feet to go. We're gonna go ahead and come over to the right a little bit. Like I said, we don't need to be that far out. There we go. That's gonna be us, I'm betting, right there. At least I'm hoping. I don't know if we have actually pappy lights for this runway or not. I think we do. I'm gonna go ahead. It's a little early, but I'm gonna do the before landing checklist. Seatbelts and everything, I don't care about that. Prop sync I've already turned off. Wing flaps as required. Landing gear down. Mixtures adjust. Full forward on the props. So like I said, it's a little early because we don't have all that quite yet. $1,300. And obviously we've gotten a little too far over to the left here. I'm going to go ahead, autopilot off. Everything's off. Trying to bring that power down a little bit. Trying to get our speed down. Gears going down, that'll help. So he says we're actually high now. You can see someone below us there. Flaps coming out. This is a general aviation plane, it looks like, so they're going to be landing on the same daggone runway. I'd really like to slow this thing down now, because they're going to need room. This is going to be horrible. It's going to look horrible because we're going to land really on top of them. Alright, we're at full flaps. I'm trying to get her slowed down to give that guy some time, but he's not going to have enough time. Alright, power. So, save off that descent some. Still need, we're going too daggone fast. Just a little power, sent the flyer to the ground. Ah, thought we were a little lower than that. Flared just a little early. I don't know. It's not a twin otter. I'll dash 8. That's what I'm figuring that plane is. I'm glad he got down the runway. So we ran right into the back of him. I'm sure he's glad of that too. So that's the daggone runway. I'm going to stop the recording. Because exactly where are we going to go? The buildings are all over here. Is taxiing on the runway bad form? Oh man, I'd really like to go over to there. See, he kept on going down, I'm guessing to get over to a runway. Like the taxiway is right there. Transponder coming off. I don't know if this is bad form or not. I mean, if that's not the active, it shouldn't be much of a problem. But with that Dash 8 going way down there, I'm really surprised that that guy landed on 14 right and not 14 left. Like, I was saying 14 left because that's the... I would figure commercial traffic wouldn't be landing on that one. That is a big-ass 747. Alright. Landing lights. Strobes can come off. We can go ahead and turn the fuel pumps off. That's a freight plane. I don't really remember any freight planes from stock planes. I guess I don't really know where to go. I prefer somewhere close. Looks like the... I guess the ones that we really have is land at or park at are kind of far away. We can take this taxiway over to the right. Away from these guys. Because we obviously wouldn't be parking here. Although that guy is freight. Global Freightways? It's kind of weird that he would be there up at the gate. What is that? You could hear that noise. That sounds familiar. Let's drop our people off up over here. Daggone it. Kind of at the edge there. I don't know where we should park. Why is the freight guy clear over here? Or are we at a freight area? I don't know. Park her right here. How about that? Parking brake coming on. FSEconomy grabber. Stall heat, pitot heat, and... Oh. There she got her. Oh, don't you black screen on me. Don't you black screen on me. I know she's going to black screen. Hopefully FSEconomy got that in. I had a feeling that was going to happen at the end of the flight. Hopefully FSEconomy did get it in though. So we won't be doing the shutdown or anything. So let's go over to FSEconomy and get ourselves paid. Alright everybody, luckily it did log it. I figured it did, just when it black screens it kind of takes that with it. Alright, so income $6,894. We were in a plane for 1 hour and 1 minute at $573 an hour, bringing that total cost of $583.98. We used $108.79 worth of fuel, $689.40 for the ground crew fee, $482.58 for the booking fee. Those fees come up to $1,280.77. We got $54.83 back on the distance bonus. Earnings for the flight pretty good for 100 miles, $5,084.08. $948.08 to YT Flyers and $4,136 to me. Let's go over here to banking and we'll check this out. I'm going to set this to 10,000 real quick. Actually, we could just set both of them to 0 and then redo it. So let me go ahead and set this to 0. Set this to 0. Item up real quick. 153,688.04 plus 96,368.71. I thought we would have had a little bit more than that. Because we're right at 250,000. I thought we'd be more around 260 or 270. We're right at 250,000, so we're only about 50,000 away from getting another plane. If we get that one, I don't even know if that's still available. By the way, I want to get some of that back to deposit. Always forget to click that 10,000 in cash just in case. Especially for the YT flyers. Just got 10,000 to use. Alright, so aircraft, purchase aircraft, model. Almost forget the name of it. 337 Skymaster. Let's see if there's still one available. Oh, 283. RJFN. That's like Japan? Yeah, Japan. Daggone it. How are we going to fly that thing back from Japan? If we go get that, that's like 30 grand away. Unreal. Unreal. Let's see the Caravan. How much? Those are gotta be over $1 million. That's 649. Daggone, we just need to make some daggone money. Beechcraft Baron. That was the other one because everyone's got a Baron. That's almost like the best one to get right now because everyone's got a Baron because you can even use the stock one. 338. That's a little more than I thought. This here, it's in Georgia. We'd be about 88 grand. I just think that that's better though than the Skymaster because not everyone's going to have a Skymaster, even though you can use your free runs if you get one. So maybe I'll make a video asking what everybody wants because I thought about doing that for Air Hauler 2 as well. Anyhow, that's going to be it for this episode, everybody. Hope you all did enjoy it. Catch you guys on the next flight.